Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome in general. My name is Devaney, and today I just want to give you kind of my review of my most used purchase. That's right, I'm talking about the Kindle. I wanted to finally give my formal review of a Kindle and basically give me my reasons why you need to own one. But before I go anywhere else in this video, please hit that like and subscribe button and let's get to talking. So as you've seen in other videos, or if you follow my Bookstagram or just know me in general, you know I love to read. Reading has become a hobby. And last year, my New Year's resolution was actually just to read more. So that's when I started on that whole book journey, joined the book club, just became obsessed with books. And last year was the time to become a reader because we were all in quarantine and there was literally nothing else to do, so why not? Reading is nothing new for me. However, in this resolution of trying to read more books, I had to make it work. You can't just take a book everywhere with you. I always have like 2 or 3 books in the car just in case, because you never know when you're gonna have to wait and want something to do. Don't always like playing on my phone or just scrolling through social media. So depending on where I'd be, like if it was the doctor's office or something like that, I'd have a book ready in the car. However, you can't take a book with you everywhere, and I would always have to have a big enough purse to hold a book. And I'm not about that big purse life anymore, so had to make some changes. So for a while there last year in January, and even a bit before that because I had the app, I was reading on my phone. I was reading through Kindle, the Kindle app, on my phone or on my iPad. But it was just a lot. It's a lot on your phone. I don't want to be on my phone all day. And your iPad is no easier to carry around than a book. And then I was introduced to the Kindle. The Kindle is nothing new, but I just didn't see a need for one. Even when I bought it, I didn't see a need for one. I just wanted to jump on that bandwagon with my book club, but I don't regret the purchase. It is probably my most used item in my house, like other than a toothbrush. My review and my perspective today is coming from a Canadian perspective. In America, and maybe other countries, the Kindle has way more perks. Like you can go to the library and you can get books directly onto your Kindle and borrow them that way through the Libby app. But we don't have that in Canada. So what is a Kindle, you ask? Good question. A Kindle is an e-reader. I believe I know it's distributed through Amazon. I don't know if they make it or it's some third-party company, but it's through Amazon. There are other e-readers on the market. There is the Kobo, and I'm sure there's others that I don't know of, but my e-reader of choice was the Kindle. Mainly because I live on Amazon, and why not just get that there? The other reason why I got the Kindle over the Kobo was because the Kobo is expensive. I've only seen it sold through Chapters. I'm sure you could get it from their website, but it's not cheap. It's actually substantially more expensive. And the Kindle, you just have the ease of being from Amazon. It comes right to your door, and I saved some money, so I could probably spend that money on more books. But the Kindle is very lightweight. It's very small. Like I could take it anywhere, throw it in any of my purses that I use on the daily, and just always have books on the go. So through Amazon, there's different options of Kindle. There's the Kindle Original, there's the Kindle Paperwhite, there's the Oasis. I chose the Kindle Paperwhite. Amazon said it's their most popular, their best seller. It was very affordable. I could actually get the expanded storage for it, and that's what everyone else I know was getting. So like I said, I jumped on the bandwagon and I just did what everyone else was doing. I guess there was a previous Kindle Paperwhite before, but the new one that they just had that came out a couple years ago, I guess, it's now waterproof. It has 8 gigabytes of storage, which is double what it previously was, but you could actually get it expanded up to 32, and you don't have to charge it as much. When I was on my phone, I'm draining my battery. Same thing with the iPad, but the Kindle, I could charge it once, and I might not have to charge it for a couple weeks. And that's a win when you're just taking this on the go. This is my Kindle. I don't know how you actually turn it off. I never do. I leave it in a case. So I got a case from Amazon. They have a number of cases that you can buy there with different designs. But this is your Kindle. It connects directly to your Amazon account. So any book that I do buy from Amazon, I can easily just transfer it over as long as I have Wi-Fi. And they actually even ask you, do you want them to set it up for you when you're buying it online. I don't know how many books total it can store because I guess each book is going to be a different size. But right now on my Kindle, I have 28 books, which I don't think that's a lot. I've had this Kindle now since last February 2020, and I use it probably every single day. But if convenience is not going to convince you alone, these are my reasons for loving the Kindle. 1. So my favorite thing about the Kindle is that I can take it anywhere with me. I know I said that there's more to it than the ease, but it's something that I can't just not talk about. Bringing a book with you is great, but it has its downside. 1, it's like one extra thing I have to carry, whether it's in a backpack, your purse, or simply your hands. It's one more thing you have to carry with you. I could not imagine carrying around The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Like, that would just be treacherous. The convenience, there's just so many reasons why it's convenient. Lately, we're lining up at the grocery store a lot more, and I don't want to be on my phone. Pull out my Kindle and read a couple pages. It's great. 2, on the Kindle, I currently have 28 books. So I can switch back and forth. I could do whatever with no extra bulk. I have a habit of, if I start reading a book, I actually have to finish it. I feel really weird about not finishing my books. That's fine and all, but sometimes you want to switch between books, or you're between 2 books, and you can't always walk around and have your 2 books with you. Number 3, I would actually choose a Kindle over reading on my phone or an iPad because of the backlighting. So when you read on your phone, your screen, it's bright. Like, you can't see the picture on my phone really right now, but you can see how bright that light is. And most times of the day, it's not that big of a deal. But when you're reading at night, when you're reading in bed, that bright light hurts. It's not great for your eyes. It's a lot. It's gonna keep you awake. The Kindle now, you can have it on, hold on, let me open a page. You can have it on like your regular brightness. You can adjust your brightness, not a big deal. But you can also put it on dark mode. And now you have the backlighting, and you have the background that's black, and your letters aren't white. I love that feature because I read a lot in bed when I probably shouldn't be, like on my way falling asleep. With a physical book, I couldn't. You have to have the lights on. I sleep in a room with someone else, so if he's going to sleep, obviously I can't have the lights on to finish my book. With the dark mode and the backlighting, he doesn't notice that I'm reading the Kindle, and I can read until my heart's content. I do finish a lot of my books between like 1 and 2 in the morning because I just want to get through. Like, it usually gets really, really good, and then now I can't go to sleep and have to finish it. So with this one, it's not just convenient for you, it's convenient to those around you. And that's nice. Number 4, I personally read faster on the Kindle. I don't know why. No explanation. I've heard it's the same with other people, but I know for me, if I'm reading a physical book, it might take a while. The Kindle, I can multitask. Put the Kindle down, brush my teeth, read. Doing whatever, I find I can multitask with it better, but I can also read faster in general. I have no real explanation, but I do know I read a lot faster. Another driver though is for your books, if you purchase them through Amazon and they're not one of your like downloaded books, it has on the bottom of your Kindle, you can change it to see where you are in the book. You can see how much time you have left in the book. And I know if I see that I only have 1 minute left in the chapter, I'm probably not going to put the book down and just finish that chapter. I know on average with a physical book, I can finish, depending on the book, a book in maybe a week. Whereas with the Kindle, I'm pushing like a 3-day average. Hit my goals a lot faster reading the Kindle, which leads us to number 5. Use so much variety. In my days of going to the bookstore, you kind of are limited to what they have there. Now with the glory of the internet, you can get whatever you want when you want it. For the most part, Amazon has most books, and if not, there's other websites you can download books from and buy your books from there and just send them straight to your Kindle. You can do that a number of different ways, but that is a tale for another time. Number 6, eBooks are cheaper than real books. For the most part. If you're gonna go through like a discount bookstore, I like to buy physical books from Book Outlet or like the sales section. Books tend to cost more than the ebook. So you are probably in turn gonna save money or save money on one book and buy more by going the e-reader route. The other thing is various websites, like third-party websites, as well as Amazon, will have daily deals. I think maybe 2 or 3 websites every day send me an email to say, These are daily deals on eBooks, and it'll have books for like 99 cents, $1.99. And I love to go that route because sometimes I'll buy a book because I like the cover and because I like the price. Number 7, Kindle Unlimited. We all have Netflix. We all have Disney Plus, Amazon Prime. We love a subscription service. So why not get a subscription service for your books? Kindle Unlimited, I think you get a 30-day free trial. After your 30 days, it's probably like $10 a month. And they have tons of books that you can read. When I first got my Kindle, I did not subscribe to Kindle Unlimited. And it's because all the books that I saw were like those Harlequin romance novels, and I'm not here for that. I didn't want that. However, in our book club, last year we read The Bright Side, and it turns out it's on Kindle Unlimited. And so I think around there, that's when I decided to go and get Kindle Unlimited. They had other books that weren't just these like skeezy romance novels. And then since then, I found really, really great books on Kindle Unlimited. Colleen Hoover, who is a great author, she's now putting quite a few of her books on Kindle Unlimited. Not only is she doing that, her latest book that came out, Layla, was immediately released on Kindle Unlimited. You can get pretty much any genre of books. I've also gotten a couple kids books. I recommend it. It's $10, you can cancel it if you don't want it. And it's like a library at your fingertips. And number 8 is completely customizable. With a book, you're limited to what's printed on the page. Some books you can find in like large print if you need it, but that's kind of it. With this, you can customize your font size. I don't do this, but I've seen some people who, depending on the genre of books, will change the font. Like not just the font size, change the font. To each their own. You can change if you wanted to show the time you have left in the book versus what page number you're on versus who cares. You can completely customize it to what you want. Some people highlight their books and like highlight quotes that they want to do. On the Kindle, you can highlight your passages and it keeps it stored so you can go through even after you're done the book and go and look through and say all your highlighted passages. You do what you want with your Kindle. You want it bright? Make it bright. You want it on dark mode? Make it on dark mode. If you want the size to be like 7 words per page, go for it. But there's some cons. I love the Kindle so much that I can actually overlook the cons. But I think the biggest con is it doesn't come with a charger. What? I thought only Apple did that with their products now, but no, Kindle does not come with a charger. You have to buy those items separately. It's not that big of a deal. It uses a normal like micro USB, so you probably have one lying around your house. Any old micro USB will charge your Kindle. However, not every micro USB will connect your Kindle to a device to transfer a book. So if you have a book, you download a book, you have it on your computer, you have it in your email, you can get it to your Kindle. There's a number of ways you can do that. You can email it if you have Wi-Fi, or if you have a computer, you can connect your computer to the Kindle and drag the book into a folder. But not every cable does that. So you either have to use the one that does come with your Kindle, and I'm not gonna lie, I lost that cable months ago. Or you can go back through Amazon, buy the cable that comes with it, and do it that way. And I think at that point you can get a longer cable, but a charger, that's a completely separate purchase. If you are that person that wants the USB that says Amazon on it, go for it, but it is a separate purchase, probably like $16. I never did it, and I lived. But I'm really grasping for straws when I'm looking for a con. The only other con that I've heard of, but I've never personally experienced, is you can't share multiple users on the same account. So if me and someone else in our household had 2 Kindles, but you'd have to have the same Amazon account on both Kindles, and then by proxy you're having all the same books, so 2 people might not like that. Or you're gonna have 2 Kindles, 2 accounts, and you can't just share between the 2. For some that's a con, but I'm the only person in my house who uses a Kindle, so I personally don't find that to be a problem. But if you wanted to share between, you and a friend, you and a spouse, you and whoever, you might have some problems. So those are the only cons that I can find. So really, what I'm telling you is, you need a Kindle. I have given you so many reasons why I love my Kindle, and basically I think you need one. Everyone needs one. I do still read physical books. I love a physical book, but Kindle is just so easy, so convenient. These aren't even all the reasons why I think you need a Kindle, but I think that's enough to get you started. So basically just go on Amazon, hit that buy button, get yourself a Kindle, and maybe check out the daily deals and see what else you can get. I love mine, and if you get one too, I know you won't regret it. But if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram. I will put both of my Instagram accounts in the description. And let me know if you take the plunge and buy a Kindle. We can be Kindle friends. We can follow each other on Goodreads. Also, another thing, your Kindle will sync up with Goodreads, so it makes it so easy to track where you are in your book and track how many books you are reading in your book challenge for the year. But I'm gonna get back to reading, and I'll see you in the next video.